My grandfather was a part of the Cuban Revolution of 1959. He was a Catholic seminarian who left the seminary to participate in the brigades of students that were going to the countryside to set up medical clinics and schools. I was completely unaware of his communist background until I myself became a communist in my late teens. By this point, he was in the last moments before death. In his last days, I remember reading a text from Che Guevara that helped me make sense of something he had told me years prior. Che had a conception that socialism wasn't simply about changing institutions, it was about fundamentally transforming the human being itself. Socialism needed to create, as he argued, a new socialist man, a man that is driven not by petty self-interest, but by an alignment of his individual interests with those of the community. When I was around 10 or so years old, after hearing many stories from my grandmother and my mother, I decided to ask my grandfather why he would stay working well after his shift had ended. I couldn't make sense at the time of why someone with no material incentive would want to work longer hours. But the reply that he gave me stuck with me my whole life. He said that if he was able to finish a project earlier by working longer hours, that would allow a family somewhere to have access to water sooner, or someone's roof to be repaired earlier rather than later, or any general problem that someone had to be fixed earlier. His incentive for working, as I would later be able to make sense of, was the one that Che Guevara wanted all Cubans to have. An ability to work not for material or financial incentives and gain, but for the social good that your work was doing for the community. In this sense, then, his ideals as a Catholic seminarian, which were committed to serving the poor, were not destroyed when he became a communist. On the contrary, it was thanks to the social ends that the socialist revolution brought that he was able to more plentifully commit himself to the cause of the poor that brought him into the seminary in the first place.